Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be reviewing the price action from March 30th where we came up short -1 hour. It's been a pretty difficult day for me. I messed up on the first trade and then failed to capitalize on the hold move. So getting into things, we can see that going into the day we were bearish and we were the most bearish on NQ just because all the three assets were really close to this low, but in relation to this low we can see that NQ was clearly the weakest asset. So coming to 9:30, let's replay back to that moment. So coming to 9:30, if we take a look at the 7-hour chart, if TradingView wants to load, we can see that we have just been grinding up. We have been in a protraction phase, not really going into the direction of the draw. So I was mainly waiting for a manipulation of this high here, but that never happened. So we were just waiting and waiting and waiting for something just to take this C2 and then go lower, but that didn't happen. So I was just waiting for 9:30 to do its thing. So as you can see, just 9:30 starts to dump aggressively, and with disrespect 50% of this. And coming to 10, we can see that we have a nice C2 closure on the 4-hour. And I was basically just waiting to see if we can get inside this fair value gap on NQ and then try to short it to this low of day. But what actually happened was I waited on YM, maybe see if it switches strength, but then I was looking at the YM and it was just starting to drift up, and NQ was stuck in the consolidation, signaling it was still the weakest asset. So what happened was we started dumping really hard here, and what we had was this SMT here between these assets. So like this SMT, and if we look here, this was 10:15 to 10:40, and we also had this that was a PSP on the 15-minute chart. If you look on the right hand side, this was a PSP. We can see YM closing as an up close here, and the ES and NQ closing as a down close. And moreover, we have SMT between these 15-minute highs, so that is a two-stage. And on this candle at 10:30, I was just hoping to see a dump, so that's why I jumped in here with my stop loss right above here to see close to a 2R. It was something like this, I think. Something like this, 42R, just to this draw on liquidity. What I missed was that at 10:30, Powell started speaking at Harvard. So that messed up the trade, and as you can see, I was stopped out almost immediately. But no worries, I waited and waited. And here we can see that we have disrespected this fair value gap, and I was waiting on a confirmation. But this was the unfortunate part. So we started going up, and I was waiting to see if YM would give us a CSD or something, because I wasn't really sure just based on this 15-minute chart. I was waiting for this on 11:15 to give us a CSD maybe, but putting price forward, we didn't get that in that candle. So we started making our way up again, and we created another SMT here and a PSP. If you want to get I have three indicators here, just the SMT by TFO. This indicator is a older version. It's an older version. You cannot get this, but just search for MMT and you'll find the new one. It's by Fadi or something. and this is just PSP that I chose the dot display mode for this. So yeah, as you can see, YM closed bullish, NQ closed bearish, and we have an SMT. So now stage is set. I was just waiting for my model. So going forward, another one, another sweep, but this is still an SMT. And right now we have yet another PSP with an SMT. So again, a two-stage, and we started dumping. And what was I waiting for? Here, as you can see, we have a two-stage SMT, but I was more so waiting for maybe a small push up and then down, and we didn't get that. So I was still waiting. If you can see on the 5-minute chart, we have this. So this becomes a BPR, but on the 3-minute, it was more obvious. It was a more open fair gap. So I was just waiting like this. And this was the trade I was willing to catch, and maybe a runner down to there. So what happened was we pushed up a little, created this small C2 on the 3-minute chart, and then we started dumping. And why wasn't I so sure in taking this like this? Well, that's because YM didn't get that CISD here. And I was worried that because it's so shallow of a run, we might just take it one more time and then dump. So I was just waiting on more confirmation. So if we got to here, my stop loss, I would feel safe putting my stop loss here because of the two-stage cracking correlation. So yeah, and that was it. And we started dumping aggressively and dumping until we eventually get to our drawn liquidity. So yeah, that was it. Putting up, I don't know if they're visible because the trading, wait, no, let me get to MNQ. And they do not show up because the day ended. Yeah. So that's pretty much gonna be it, guys. Thank you for watching. If you got any suggestions or comments, please leave them down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.